Hey everybody, welcome back to Darren's Hobbies. I'm out doing a little treasure hunting today. My Equinox 800. Got a pretty good permission here. I got a big old lot. Used to be 2 houses sitting on it. And it dates back pretty old. The homeowner lives right there. And he told me that when they tore the 2 houses down, they used the lumber to build that house back in the early 1900s. So we're going to give it a whirl. The very first plug I dug is going to be a harmonica reed plate. So yeah, this might be a good spot. This might be a good property to hunt. That's got to date back pretty old, so. Alright. I'm going to start finding some treasure. I'll bring you back. Alright, I got me an old wheat cent. 1920. That's an old one. Sweet. Moving on. Alright, well, the homeowner was out here walking around with me while I was digging, and I didn't want to cut away to make videos, but here, he finally left. But here's what I found while he was here. An old ball jar lid. Found this old spoon all bent up. It's not silver or anything. Looks like copper. Yeah, that's cool. That's an old one. I found this gauge dial. I don't know what kind of gauge. That's what it looks like to me anyway. Some kind of dial off some kind of gauge. It's pretty heavy. And the coolest thing I found here is this thing. Now Google Lens says it's a button. I'm not really sure. It's copper or brass. Probably brass by the weight, I'd say. But yeah, that one's pretty cool. I don't know what it is. I'm going to find out though. I'm going to research it till I do find out. Alright, I'm going to move on. Okay, I don't know what this thing is. Big piece of brass, and it's got some writing on it. It dangled from something. Pretty ornate. It's heavy. Very cool. Alright, I can't wait to clean that one up, see what it is. Alright, moving on. Alright, second find I got, it's going to be an old tool tag. Not sure what company it is. Maybe it'll say when I get it home and get it cleaned up. It's drying up pretty quick. I can already read the 180 on it. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright, I'll bring you back. Alright, I don't know what it is. Got a threaded back. Some kind of weird nut with a weird face on the front of it. Or a bolt, I mean, not nut. No, I'll get it cleaned up, get a better look at it. Alright, I got me another green weedy. This one's a 1927. Ain't got it back cleaned off yet. Alright, moving on. Okay, I just unearthed an a thimble, aluminum one. I don't know if it's got words on it or not. Smashed. Alright, I'll get it cleaned up when I get home, get a better look at it. Alright, moving on. Alright, I got something ornate. Not sure exactly what it is. Feels like copper or brass. Yeah. Get it cleaned up, have a better look. Moving on. Alright, I got something else here that might be cool. It's got some writing on it. Let's clean it off a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm going to turn the camera off and clean it up. I'll bring you right back. Alright, I don't know what it is. It appears to be maybe some kind of a belt buckle or slide or something. Went over a belt. Or an ornament that went on some kind of strap. But it's got a fish on it. Can't read the words. I got to get it home, get it cleaned up better. Looks old. Alright, moving on. Sweet, I got me another old wheat penny. This one's a 1913. I'm not sure if that's a key date or not. I'll have to get home and look. Yeah. I'm hoping I find some old silver in this yard. Alright, moving on. Well, I'm not entirely sure, but I think I just unearthed a plumb bob. That sucker's heavy. Made out of lead. I think I nicked it with my shovel right there. Sweet, very cool. I can't even imagine how old that is. I'm gonna have to look into that. Alright, moving on. Alright, this time I got an old makeup compact lid. Got some design on it. One of them small ones. Alright, I'll clean it up and let you see it. Moving on. Okay, ringing up like a wheat penny. I got another harmonica reed plate. It's all bent up. Pretty cool. Moving on. Alright, this rang up like a Indian head penny. Looks like some kind of bling because it's got a... Yeah. Oh, it's a little watch. It's a watch charm. That's sweet. It's got a hole in the top of it right there. What time did it stop? 20, stopped at 4 o'clock. Very cool. I wonder how old that is. Sweet. Moving on. Alright, looks like I got a coin. Not sure what it is yet. Let's wipe it and see. Ooh, I might see feathers here. Hold on, let me clean this off and I'll bring you right back. Alright, yep, it's an Indian. It's an 1892. Sweet. I'm so glad it's in the 1800s. It was ringing up a 17, 18, 19 on the Equinox 800. Yeah, that's a beauty. Alright, sweet. Okay, I'm moving on. Boy, I sure am finding some unusual stuff in this yard. I don't know what that is. Maybe the top off of something? Maybe, I don't know. Shaped like a knife blade. Man, I keep finding weird stuff in this yard. Alright, moving on. Okay, I got another coin. See what we got here. Oh, that's gotta be another Indian. Oh, sweet. Let me get it cleaned up and I'll bring you back. Okay, it's definitely an Indian. Can't see it very good, but I got the date cleaned off, 1900. I didn't bring a brush with me. You can clearly see the 1 cent on the back, right in the middle, the wreath around it. Sweet. Awesome, that's 2 Indians today. That's a great day already. Moving on. Alright, I thought I had another Indian head cent, but it's some kind of button or something. Maybe not a button, maybe an ornament clasped onto something. It's got some details on the front. Anyway, I'll get it cleaned up at home and I'll put it in the wrap up. Alright, I just got my 3rd harmonica reed plate out of this property. That one's whole. That's a beauty there. I have to hang on to that one. It was ringing up like a penny. A wheat penny, actually. Alright, moving on. Alright, what in the world is that? Never found anything like that before. Alright, moving on. Alright, I just got a makeup compact. I got both sides of it. Still got paint on it. Pretty cool. It was about, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches in the ground. Alright, moving on. Alright, just a foot from that last makeup compact, I found another one. A little smaller one, a little thicker. Got both sides of it. Cool. That's two within a foot of each other. One was ringing up like a silver quarter, the other one was ringing up like a silver dime. Alright, here we go. Okay, well, I'm back home and I got everything cleaned up. I really had a lot of fun on this hunt. Found some interesting stuff. That lot, I didn't find hardly any clad change, which is unusual. Anything I found was old coin-wise. Found some really weird stuff in this yard, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, I'm going to start off with this. I found this little, it's a thumb screw for something, threaded on the back. I don't know. Google Lens wasn't much help. Thumb screw, quick bolt. I found a bunch of old head stamps. The UMC New Clubs, which was in 1800s to like 1911. So those are old. I found this gauge dial, I think, off something. I don't know what, but old school. Probably some kind of weight scale or something. I found a very heavy old plumb bob made out of lead. Probably not real old, but pretty cool nonetheless. A piece of bonus crock. I found a bent up old spoon. I want to say it's probably copper. Been chopped down at the base of it too, the mold part of it. I found some clockworks and another giant iron ring. This thing here was very interesting. I had a heck of a time researching it. The best I can come up with, closest thing, is this is a fob from the Ottoman Empire religious fob, and it's likely Turkish writing on it. Now I know they had watch fobs and stuff like this back in the day. This one's actually pretty heavy. I can't imagine wearing that on a chain with your watch attached to it. But I'll throw a picture up here of something similar that I found on the internet. And if you notice, the carabiner is the same as on the picture I'm going to put up. But yeah, jury's still out on that one. There was probably something dangling from the tail of it too, so it was probably a sectional fob. Dang cool nonetheless. I was pretty impressed when I found it. I was like, what in the world? I still don't know what it is. Anyway, found an old lipstick tube cap. Some ornamental, I don't know what this is. The homeowner said it was probably an old cabinet pole or something. Drawer pole or cabinet pole or something. This thing here, I laughed when I found it. But anyway, I think what it is a letter opener. I think the handle's busted off of it. It's pretty heavy. It's made out of brass, or I don't say brass. And it's pretty thick for a letter opener, but I couldn't find anything on it. I did find some daggers and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it is. It's not sharp at all, so either a decorative piece or a letter opener, I'm going to say. This, I wasn't sure what it was when I found it. I thought it was just a button. It's got a pin clasp on the back of it, so it was a lapel pin or something. I really cannot make out what it is. Hard to say. Still got some paint on it though. Can't see it, but under the scope it's got red, white, and blue colors. Found a zipper pole. Not very old. I think those are cool when I find them though. Found an aluminum thimble. No writing on it. It's not an advertising thimble. Completely crunched. I think this is an old thumb wheel off a saw or something, maybe. Not sure. It's real heavy. It's got a spindle on it. So that's what I'm going to say it is, off a saw. This thing here is just a pendant. It's got a watch face on it, but I'm pretty sure that it was just for looks and not for real timekeeping, because it has no winder on it. That thing there is just ornamental. And I'm thinking it was just a charm. It had a watch face on it. Kind of cool. I found 3, well, 2.5 makeup compacts. Here's a lid off one. Here's a whole one. I haven't even opened this one yet. I tried to open it and I don't have any thumbnails, so I couldn't get it open. I was hoping to find, whenever I find these, I always hope to find a coin or something inside of them, but I never do. This one, I did get open. It's got broken glass on one side. Broken glass on one side, and then this weird stuff on the other side. Still wet from me cleaning it. Anyway, no writing or nothing on them, so I don't know who made them. This L Company lid, I looked up. It's like a condom tin, it's kind of what it looks like, but I tried to research L Company, and there's a zillion of those, all different things from different time periods, so it's hard to say what that was the lid to. Let's see here. This weird thing, I just found it because I thought it was funny. I thought it looked like a face. This piece of aluminum, I have no idea what it is. Anybody know? Let me know. Send me a comment. These tags. 190 tool tag. No company name on it. Hard to say. This thing, don't know what this is either. Got some kind of bizarre stuff. Google Lens said it was a button, probably because of the 2 holes in the side of it. I do not know. Some kind of adornment for one of the uniforms of whoever. I found a bunch of harmonica reeds. Whoever lived on that property must have played harmonica, because I found 3 different places. I found like those 2 pieces in one place, that piece right, that was the first hole I dug. Then the last, but one of the last holes I dug was that one. That one's complete. That's pretty cool. I'll probably save that. Put it in between something so it don't get broke. It's very rare to find a whole one. This thing here. This was probably the find of the hunt. This turns out to be a belt slide for a sword belt for the Knights of Pythias. They were a fraternal organization started in 1864. They were the first fraternal organization to receive a charter from the U.S. Congress. And yeah, back in the day, they wore these uniforms. They all had swords, and this would have been on their belt, and it signifies rank. This says Knights rank, or uniform rank, Knights of Pythias. That's pretty cool. I'll put a picture up of them marching. Yeah, I thought that was cool. It's got a feather in the middle. When I found it, I thought it was a fish. There was it's broke. Right down here at the bottom, there would have been a hole, and they would have dangled a chain from that hole. Kind of like a wallet chain. I'll put a picture of it up. Anyway, yeah, that was really cool. I was glad to find that. And the fun stuff, I found 3 older wheat pennies, a 13, a 20, and a 27. Like I said, I didn't hardly find any clad in that yard. I found 43 cents, I think, of modern coins in that yard. And then my favorite finds. I always love finding these. 1892 Indian. I can get it to focus. That one looks pretty good. If you look at it in the glare, cleaned up real nice. Pretty good shape. This one, however, pretty slick, pretty beat up. That's a 1900. That's as clean as I could get it. I scrubbed on it with wood and a toothpick, and I don't know, I just love finding Indian head cents. I don't know why. One of my favorite things. Beautiful coins. Anyway, I had a fun hunt. I had a good time. I didn't find any silver, but you know you'll have that. Next time I'm going to find 2. I got another great permission lined up for this week, and maybe another one for next week. So I'm going to be busy. Do a little coin roll hunting, do a little metal detecting. If you like what you're seeing here on my channel, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you all next time.